Hello everyone, so welcome to our video on triple umami mini potatoes. These really were exceptional. Please enjoy this video. There are two versions, one I cooked at the English kitchen and one I cooked in the American kitchen. Stick around, find out how.
Well, here are our ingredients for our dashi. Left to right, shita kombu, some katsuobushi, and some dried shiitakes. We'll have to deal with the dried shiitakes slightly differently than I do in my American kitchen to distill the umami perception enhancers out of them we need, but we'll make it work. Just follow along. First, into our 600 milliliters, shade over a pint of boiling water, we add a sheet of kombu and we'll let that steep for about 5 minutes. The aroma coming off this kombu as it steeps in the hot water is very, very refreshing, very delicate, reminiscent of the seaside. 5 minutes on and we've removed the kombu. Now let's just tip in the katsuobushi and we'll let that steep for 5 minutes. I'm going to keep the kombu, by the way, because I may be able to make just a little pleasant side salad with it and the reconstituted shiitakes by the time we finish the dish. Be back in 5 minutes. Here are the potatoes. We're going to simmer in the dashi when it's finished. This will be about serving for two as a completely separate side dish, which we're going to offer in the spirit of Washoku, where individual ingredients are appreciated for their own benefits. Once they're simmered, we're going to douse them in some yellow miso butter, which should just about bring out the best umami perceptions from this dish that we can. But I have a little kicker at the end. So we'll see if you want to do that or not. But as you can see, we've got all these, tried to get these about the same size so they'll cook to the same degree of doneness. Under normal circumstances, my inclination would be to throw these in the Instant Pot, but I don't want them to split. So we're going to simmer them quite gently in this case. So here are our little potatoes in the kombu katsuobushi dashi. You'll see I've added the dried shiitakes to simmer with the potatoes. Why is that? Well, typically in my American kitchen, my dashi is kombu, katsuobushi, and shiitake. Why? When everywhere, almost everywhere you read, it's only kombu and katsuobushi. Kombu was discovered about the same time dashi was. The effect of the inosinates in katsuobushi were discovered between 3 and 5 years later. We're thinking around 1913 here. Those two compounds together, the glutamates and the inosinates, increase the perception of umamis by about 7 to 8-fold. In 1957, the effect of the guanylate in dried shiitakes were discovered. Now, this does not have the impact that the combination of glutamates and inosinates does, but it still adds a 2 to 3-fold increase in the perception of umami in human taste receptors. So they're worthwhile including, and in my opinion, should not be excluded from dashi if you're looking to extract the maximum taste. Onto the stove these will go. I'm guessing we'll have to simmer them very gently for about 20 to 30 minutes. Here are the two ingredients of our miso butter. Beurre de Signy, French butter, and yellow miso paste. This is 1 sachet ready mixed, and it's really just a proportion, about 2 to 3 times more butter than miso. Here's our yellow miso butter, melted and whisked together. The dark bits you see are small pieces of wakame seaweed that were added by the miso packager, I suspect for use in soup. I didn't order those, but they won't destroy the dish. So we're just going to put our potatoes in and mix them all up with this miso butter, making sure they're thoroughly coated. So here are our dashi simmered yellow miso butter coated small potatoes. If you follow fairly simple Japanese cuisine styles, perhaps in the mode of Washoku, you might want to stop here. I, however, being the eclectic chef, I'm going to quote the famous Emeril Lagasse, kick it up a notch with one more addition, which bridges continents. But it will make an absolute umami bomb out of these spuds. We'll see in a little bit. Here's our new addition for the umami bomb. Some organic Parmesan chips. Parmesan's loaded with glutamates from its aging. We're not going to sprinkle these in willy-nilly. A little bit of judicious addition because we don't want these to be too salty. So here are our umami bomb potatoes. Simmered in dashi, full dashi, coated in yellow miso butter. And come to find out, miso has a little bit of wakame seaweed in it. And we've put a little bit of Parmesan chips on each potato for an extra umami bomb. The sous chef is tucking into hers as I speak, and we'll come back to you with a taste report.
I was very happy with this first version of the triple umami mini potatoes. These small potatoes really stood on their own and could be served as a separate course, which is really what I set out to do. Additionally, they tasted gorgeous. The sous chef, who's typically quite Catholic in her tastes, demanded that I make it again, which should tell you what you need to know. This is the second version of our triple umami potatoes, which we did in our American kitchen. The difference is this one has red miso and hijiki seaweed. We also, after coating everything with the miso butter, just let the potatoes brown a little in the hot pan. Very happy with the way these have turned out. This may be the way I'll do this going forward. The red miso doesn't seem to have hurt anything. This red miso with hijiki really is my preferred version of the two. And if I did it again, this is how I'd do it. The red miso butter being a little stronger in flavour than the yellow miso needs no more support with these dashi simmered nimono potatoes, and this is my recommended version for you to try at home.